Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Baltimore County Department of Corrections Entry-Level Training Academy Class 2102. My name is Marcia Maloff. I'm the training manager, and I would like you to please stand and welcome our graduates. Please turn your attention to the side of the room for our honor guard.
Honor guard, forward, march. Go left, go left, go left, right. One time, march. Hold. Left face. Present color.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Forward, color. Right face. Forward, march. Go left, go left, go left, right. Go left, go left, go left, right. Go left, follow left, march. One time, march. Hold. Left face. Post colors. Left face. Forward, march. Follow right, march. Go left, go left, go left, right. Go left, go left, go left, right. One time, march. Hold. Forward.
Thank you, honor guard. Everyone may be seated, please. Distinguished guests, co-workers, graduates, friends and family watching us today, it's a pleasure to have you with us to celebrate the achievements of the Training Academy Class 2102. I'd like to introduce to you our dignitaries on the stage. First, we have Director Watts. Next to her is County Executive John Olszewski Jr. Next is Deputy Director Renard Brooks. Next we have Dr. Gregory Branch, Director of the Health Department. Then we have Andrew Vetter, Deputy Administrative Officer. And starting in the back we have Amanda Carr, Deputy Director, Office of Community Engagement. Next to her is Jane Sachs, who's the Director of Correctional Training for the Maryland Police and Correctional Training Commissions. The next person is Hillary Secor-Sirleaf, our Management Assistant. And finally, we have Major Robert Alford, our Security Chief. We have captains and lieutenants sitting in the audience as well as other staff, and we want to welcome you and tell you that we're glad that you came. I'd now like to call on Mr. Brooks for his welcoming remarks.
Good afternoon. I would like to welcome our distinguished guests, our graduates, our members of the audience, as well as our family and friends who are watching the ceremony virtually from at home. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you as a part of this Academy graduation ceremony. And all of you who are sitting here to my right have experienced what all of us who are in the correctional profession has experienced, and that is attending the academy and passing and graduating. And it is a distinct honor and pleasure for us to do so because not everybody makes it through the academy, as you well know. You have joined a family of professionals, correctional professionals, and now you have two families, one that you live with and interact with at home, and now you have the second one who you interact and work with here because we are all one family when it comes to this particular profession that we have chosen. And this can be an excellent career for you because there are opportunities for you. And as a part of being in this family, you're going to interact with people who have possibly done something that they shouldn't have, but usually they're going to be at one of the lowest points in their life as you are interacting with them. So that gives you the opportunity because as part of this profession, we are to help people. The idea that people are just locked up and held and services not provided is ancient and archaic. That is no longer how we provide services in this profession. You're going to work with individuals that are going to need your help. Some are going to want it, some are not going to want it. But I want you to remember that as you perform your duties, we are going to interact with individuals who are suffering from mental health illnesses. And you have to remember that because that will help you understand how they act the way that they act so that you don't react. You're also going to work with those who are addicted to substance abuse. And we have to remember that as we interact and provide services with them. You also are going to interact and help individuals who have gone through trauma in their life. And that's a part of also helping them while they're here because we want them to be better off when they leave here than when they came here. So as a part of us doing all of our jobs, keeping them safe and providing services until they are adjudicated and go back to the communities, it's our responsibility to help them be better when they leave here than when they came here. So it is my pleasure to welcome you as a part of the BCDC family, and I wish you much success in the career that you have chosen. And trust me, this career path can be a wonderful one because you can move your way up, and one day you might be standing here as a deputy director. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks. I'd now like to call up Director Gail Watts.
Good afternoon. And again, I join Deputy Brooks in welcoming each of you to this Academy graduation. It is my pleasure to speak to you on this special day, and I promise not to be before you long. Most people outside of corrections do not really understand how noble the corrections profession is. So I want to use this opportunity to address family and friends and make sure that you graduates clearly understand that you are joining a noble and elite profession. This profession called corrections is misunderstood, and it is up to us, uniform and non-uniform correctional professionals, to bring clarity to those who do not understand it. So when given the opportunity, corrections professionals always politely correct and make clear that correctional officers are not gods. We are certified public safety officers. Corrections is not your run-of-the-mill job, because run-of-the-mill is common, everyday, and ordinary. To graduates, to correctional professionals assembled here today, to visitors, and to every listening ear virtually, there is nothing ordinary about this profession called corrections. I am here to tell you that corrections is unique, and corrections professionals never know what they are going to face from one day to the next. We provide public safety, security, protect from hurt, harm, and danger, provide counseling of all sorts. We assist with mental health issues. We are first responders to medical emergencies. We are religious services coordinators. We are transporters, educators, program coordinators. We help to reduce recidivism. We prepare inmates for re-entry into the community, and the list goes on and on. There is nothing ordinary about correctional professionals. So graduates, be proud as you enter into this unique and extraordinary profession called corrections. You are essential for a reason. To the trainers, thank you for the knowledge and guidance that you gave to the graduates to get them to this day. I am certain that every day was not an easy task. To every senior corrections professional assembled in this room, they will be watching you. They will need you. So be their correctional big brother and sister. I know they will sometimes act like they know it all, and they will act like they're not listening, but you went through that as well, so don't give up on them. To the family members and friends who are watching virtually, they will need you, because every day won't be a good day. They will sometimes need space to decompress. They will sometimes need a listening ear. They will need rest after working long days and double shifts. They will need your understanding when they can't make every party and special event, because they are essential employees. Give them your support, not just today on graduation day, but throughout their correctional career. Graduates, you are entering into the corrections family. And just like our biological families, sometimes we will be a little dysfunctional and not always get along, but we are still family. Your correctional family extends outside of Baltimore County and the state of Maryland. And just like your biological family does not want to be embarrassed, neither does your correctional family. So carry yourself accordingly, and let's check each other and hold each other accountable. Shortly, graduates, you will take an oath to join an elite, hard-working, essential group of people called correctional professionals. So before I take my seat, I want to leave you with a corrections career survival toolkit. Tool 1, remember, before you even open your mouth, your appearance will start the conversation for you. So be professional in your appearance always. Tool 2, bring your best communication skill with you to work daily. Tool 3, always be professional and ethical in your behaviors. It will take you a long way. Tool 4, don't make up your own policies and procedures. The state, the federal government, Baltimore County government, and the Baltimore County Department of Corrections has already written the policies for you. Just follow them and don't hesitate to give input. Tool 5, don't take shortcuts, because you will always end up in the wrong place. Tool 6, unfortunately, every institution and department has a gossip and rumor bank. Don't deposit your 2 cents in it or try to withdraw anything from it. A gossip bank is non-interest bearing and fake. Tool 7, this is your career. Be present. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in the game and be a part of the change that you want to see. Tool 8, and this is the last tool, but one of the most important. Ensure that you have balance between work and your personal life. Take care of yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I have used these tools that I have given to you throughout my correctional career. And in addition to those tools, I use books from Genesis to Revelation and prayer. So I recommend that throughout your career, you examine your survival toolkit every day to ensure that you have what you need to make it day in and day out as you work through the challenges of this unique and rewarding profession. Congratulations and welcome to the corrections family. It is now my honor to introduce to you someone who understands and supports the field of corrections, someone who leads by example, someone who is passionate about the needs and concerns about the employees and residents of Baltimore County, someone who responds with action rather than words, someone who is innovative and encourages collaboration, someone who is transparent and keeps us well informed about what is happening in Baltimore County government. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you our Baltimore County Executive, the Honorable Mr. Johnny Ojeski.
It's not fun going after Director Watts. You're going to learn that real quick. Thank you so much, Director Watts, for your partnership and for your many years of dedicated service to the Department of Corrections and to Baltimore County. On behalf of the 850,000 residents, you have our eternal gratitude and thanks. It is great to be here with everyone. I want to thank Deputy Director Brooks, Dr. Branch, our Deputy CAO Vetter, Ms. Constant, our Department of Community Engagement, all of the Department of Corrections staff here today who continue to dedicate your careers to teaching officers and continuing the good and important work of keeping our community strong and safe and helping people return to those communities strong and safe as individuals. Thank you for the hard work you do for our county, and congratulations to you graduates. Thank you for the dedication and commitment you have exhibited in choosing to serve our county in the Department of Corrections. You play a critical role, as the director said, and I want to thank you for everything that you are yet to do, because you have tremendous things in front of you, and we know that you're going to leave an incredible mark on this department, on this county, and on each other. We know that those whom you'll be supervising will have the opportunity to begin turning their lives around with education, vocational training, substance abuse treatment, and other opportunities. And this is truly, again, as the director said, essential work. We know that it will not always be easy work, particularly in the times that we're living in today. This has always been a challenging profession, and perhaps more so now than ever before. But the fact that you are still willing to step up and step in this moment is truly commendable. And I want to personally thank you for your commitment and your dedication. I've heard great things about your work during the academy, and I am thrilled to know already how well you are all working together. Because in Baltimore County, partnerships truly is how we get things done and how we move forward together. We know that all of you have come from different backgrounds, working as child care providers, security officers, teaching assistants, forklift operators, and mechanics. But what you share is that commitment to others, that commitment to helping people turn their lives around. So we are so proud to welcome you to our team, and we are thankful for your service. I know pretty closely the sacrifices that Director Watts talked to about. My brother is in law enforcement here in Baltimore County. And so to everyone watching, to all the parents, the partners, the children, and the other loved ones who are watching virtually, please know that your continued support for these graduates is critical. And make sure you tell your families how much you appreciate them and let them know how you need them in those moments. It's okay. And I want you to know that you will always have the gratitude and support of this administration as you go about your work. And the work that you do will never go unnoticed or unappreciated. We will always stand with you, and you will always have the support and resources you need to do your jobs. So thank you again for choosing to serve, and my most sincere congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was March 1st, 2021 that this group of people got together for the first time. They were each given a student manual that was 3 inches thick and were told that they would be required to master all the material within 32 days. What seemed like such a daunting task has now been accomplished. As with all academies, there were many up days and some down days. As is the tradition, this class has selected one of their own to speak about their experiences. I'd like to introduce to you Officer Raven Paul, the class spokesperson.
Good afternoon. Honored guests, staff, family, and those watching from home, and my fellow graduating class of 2102. I am Officer Paul, and I am currently honored to speak on behalf of my class. First and foremost, I, along with my fellow classmates, would like to thank all of our instructors for helping us reach this day of success and pushing us to bring out nothing but our best. Thank you, Ms. Bay, Ms. Maloff, Sergeant Leak, Sergeant McDowell, the defense tactic instructors, Sergeant Brisbane, Sergeant Figueroa, Sergeant Lovelace, Officer Colbert, and the other BCD staff that assisted us as well. To my class of 2102, taking the first step always seems impossible until it's done. The key is never giving up and keep moving forward, no matter how difficult it appeared to be. Class, we've made it to this moment. Now it's time to put our best foot forward and walk into BCDC with all the knowledge, training, and experience we gained as a team. There are many great learning tools as well as difficult scenarios that we had to endure, like being OC sprayed. These training scenarios, as uncomfortable as they were necessary in teaching us how to endure, working as a team, conduct our daily duties properly and effectively. We are here to provide security, custody, control, and at the end of the day, return home the same way we came in. This class features a variety of personalities and traits that we have come to learn and build upon, so we can not just be co-workers, but also a family. In conclusion, classmates, respect and take pride in the work that we do. There will be many challenges, trials, and tribulations along the way, but we must remember, in order to get the job done, it takes teamwork. We are stronger together than we are alone. Because we pushed forward and completed these challenges together, we made it to the finish line today. Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Paul. As I stated earlier, this class was given a huge student manual to master. That manual contained a total of 109 training objectives. They showed their mastery of these objectives by taking 11 tests that contained 913 questions. They were required to pass each test with a score of 75% or better. In addition, each student was required to successfully complete 31 practical exercises. Although all of our students worked very hard to master the objectives, we would like to give special acknowledgement to those students that truly excelled during the academy. Our highest level of achievement is the Distinguished Graduate. Distinguished graduates achieved an average of 95% or better on their tests, passed all the objectives on the first try, and had perfect attendance. Distinguished graduates receive a gold seal on their diplomas, a separate Distinguished Graduate Certificate, and a blue ribbon that can be worn on their uniforms that will identify them as a distinguished graduate. This class had 6 distinguished graduates. Please stand as I call your name. Ayobode Akinlotan, Carrie Beasley, Kashaya Conyers, Jude Afa, Unique Jackson, and Hansel Simpson. Please give these students a round of applause for their accomplishments. You may be seated. Our next level of achievement is that of honor graduate. These students achieved an average of 95% or better on their tests, took no more than 3 objective retests, and had perfect attendance. These students will receive an honor certificate along with their diplomas. This class had 1 honor graduate, and that is Rashid Aziz. Please stand. Please give him a round of applause. You may be seated. One other accomplishment in this class, this is a first for our class. Officer Akinlotam, would you stand, please? Officer Akinlotam became a U.S. citizen during our academy. So, congratulations. So before we present the diplomas, I'd like to take a few minutes to thank some of the people whose efforts have gone into making this academy and today's graduation a success. I'd like to thank the training staff for their countless hours of work. That's Lorraine Bay, full-time instructor, curriculum developer, and class advisor. Sergeant Martin Leak, full-time instructor and class advisor. Bernice Schmidt, our office assistant. I'd also like to thank the other academy instructors and our honor guard. Their names are listed in the program. I'd also like to thank Kevin Gay and the Baltimore County Police Department Public Affairs Unit for live streaming this graduation. And lastly, I'd like to thank our administration, Ms. Watts, Mr. Brooks, Major Alford, Mr. Sirleaf, and the captains and lieutenants for all their support and input. And now it's time to present the diplomas. So I would like to ask our dignitaries to stand. First row, please stand.
Right face.
Ayabodi Akinlotan. Rashid Aziz. Carrie Beasley. Rebecca Catul. Kashaya Conyers. First row, please be seated. Second row, please stand.
Right face.
Jude Afa. Unique Jackson. James Kessley. Diamond Oakley. Raven Paul. Second row, please be seated. Third row, please stand.
Right face.
Hannah Rivera. Hansel Simpson. Letitia Stillings. Richard Tindong Jinya. Amos Wallow.
Left face.
Third row, please be seated. You may be seated. I'd now like to call on Major Robert Alford to administer the Correctional Professional Oath of Office. Students, please rise.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your names individually.
I, Rebecca Cole. I, Shai Connors. I, Keith Jackson.
I, James Cassidy.
I, Diamond Oakley. I, Raven Paul. I, Hannah Rivera.
I, Simon Minor Wallace.
Do solemnly swear and/or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Maryland. I further swear and/or affirm that I will adhere to the standards of conduct of the Baltimore County Department of Corrections. I shall, to the best of my ability, discharge all duties and responsibilities required of me as a correctional professional, executing the orders of superior officers without prejudice or malice. If so, say I do. I do. At ease, and congratulations.
Class, you may be seated. In closing, I'd like to say to the graduates, you can have a wonderful career in corrections. This academy experience is just the beginning. Use the information you learned in the academy and build on it. Don't forget to follow the policies and procedures. Align yourself with staff that have positive attitudes and strive for excellence. Seek out opportunities to grow in skills and knowledge. Be ready and willing to face the challenges ahead of you and prepare yourself to take over the leadership roles that will open up to you in the future. Good luck, and I hope that you each have a long and productive career with the Baltimore County Department of Corrections. Academy students, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with pleasure that I present to you the Baltimore County Department of Corrections Entrance Level Training Academy Graduating Class 2102. That concludes our ceremony, and thank you for joining with us today.